Three, two, one, let's go! Welcome to what we are calling the Emmy and Steve Show. I'm your host, Steven, joined by my one and only co-host, Emmy.
Hello!
Hi, Emmy. This week we're going to talk about our impressions of two recent releases, Spider-Man and Destiny 2, Forsaken. But first, how's your week been?
It's been really good. I've been doing nothing but binging Destiny and The Office, so...
Nice.
Again.
Yeah. And I've just been playing Spider-Man and trying out the two betas, Call of Duty Blackout I just started today, and then I've been playing the Battlefield 5 beta.
Yeah, the only beta that I'm looking forward to isn't out till next month.
Yeah, I'll be playing the hell out of that too.
So great.
Other than that, we're probably about to have a hurricane soon, so that's fun. We're on the East Coast, so
Meh.
yeah, we're preparing for that. It's been a little longer since our last episode than a week. It's now the following.
It's like a week and a half.
Monday. It's
roughly.
been like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Just been busy, work stuff and different schedulings and games coming out. Obviously, that we're going to talk about today. So we'll start off the show as we usually do with the news.
Woo!
Numero uno. That's number one. If you didn't know that.
Ichi.
Ichi. Nintendo announced a Nintendo Direct since our last show. Woo! Unfortunately, the country was hit by an earthquake in Hokkaido, in which Nintendo has decided to postpone it to a further date. We are hoping that everyone in Hokkaido is doing well. I've heard that power is slowly being restored to areas. Unfortunate losses and injuries and all that on bad stuff. So I don't usually like to cover stuff like disasters and just kind of sad things in general, but I figured I'd bring it up a little bit and just kind of, you know, Nintendo's a really big company, and for them to like postpone the Direct I thought was a really, you know, good and respectful move. So
Yeah, they're always really respectful over there, though.
Yeah, of course. And they'll give us a new date for the Direct, so just be patient. You know, people's lives are more important than video games, obviously. So, number two, PlayStation had a sort of pre-Tokyo Game Show showcase where they presented their lineup for the event, which starts on the 19th of this month.
It's what, Monday?
Yep.
Next Monday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Ooh, really?
Here's some stuff they showed, and this is stuff I woke up to today. I was like, what? There's like PlayStation news and stuff. That's cool. My brand new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 was shown off today.
Oh yeah, the Big Hero.
Yep, it showed off Big Hero 6 for the first time, as well as a bunch of like more story scenes and things like that. Square Enix is weird because they don't actually put sound effects in any of their trailers. It's just like them talking and music in the background, which is really off-putting, but the trailer was cool. Big Hero 6 looks great. I freaked out.
I wish they would show more of the Tangled world, though, admittedly, but
I've seen we're getting more and more.
We are.
What's
but...
his name? What's the guy? The guy's name? In the Entangled.
Eugene?
Is that his name?
Well, like
Rapunzel's...
his fake name is Flynn Rider, but his real name's Eugene Fitzherbert.
I like Flynn Rider.
His real name's Eugene Fitzherbert.
So yeah, no, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, Tangled looks cool.
So excited. But the Big Hero 6 world looks really, really good. I'm glad they picked that one up as well.
Have you played all the Kingdom Hearts games?
With the exception of Dream Drop, yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be a ride. I don't know if we'll get any more information at Tokyo Game Show other than what we've gotten. I feel like that's pretty much what we're gonna see. But the game's coming out in January, on January 25th, I believe, so.
It's the 29th, I think.
Is it 29th?
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
So I think it's a Friday. I'm gonna double check real fast just because they've been doing a lot more game releases on Fridays now, and a lot of that is like the whole especially since a lot of the really popular ones are coming out of Japan. So it's like the Nintendo Clause. Have you heard about that one? There's this whole thing stating in Japan that if you're going to release a really popular video game, it has to be done on a Friday, so people don't call out of work.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard of that before.
It's a thing. It's an actual thing. It's ridiculous.
That's cool though. I mean, it's cool, but I understand. Yeah. So while you look that up, actually,
I was gonna say I almost forgot what I was doing.
I'll move on to what else they showed. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered is announced, and it's coming to the PlayStation 4.
It's a Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Surprising.
Crystal Chronicles Remastered. It's coming out. PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, 2019. Old GameCube game. Fun people like English. Have you ever played that?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, not a big Final Fantasy person.
Really?
Yeah,
I think we had this discussion too.
Yeah, it's just
I think we were talking about RPGs and I was just telling you which Final Fantasy games I played.
Yeah, and like my whole thing with Final Fantasy is like I got started with 10, which wasn't necessarily a bad game, and I understand that the whole laughing scene was like intentionally done that way, but it was still off-putting.
Yeah.
I also had a corrupted disc for my PlayStation, so like I got up to Makalani Woods in the first part, and I was like, oh okay, and they're like, catch the blue butterfly. I'm like, okay, I caught the butterfly. I didn't hit any of the red butterflies. I caught the butterfly. Catch the butterfly. And I was like, I did catch the butterfly, and I was just stuck at this part, so I just like kind of table flipped everything, and I was like, I'm done with this game. Fuck this game. I'm done. And then by the time I was willing to jump back into the series, it was with 13, and I thought Lightning was a complete and utter bitch.
I like Lightning.
Everyone in that whole series was awful except for Saz. Saz was the only decent one because he was realistic and down to earth, and he had the cute little chocobo chick in his hair. Good. But like Hope was a whiny little brat. Yeah, Vanille, God, I hated Vanille.
That's Bae right there. Now, joking.
Oh my god, she was just too happy and perky all the time. I'm just like, God. The only character who I found might have been actually good got frozen at the beginning of the game, and I was like, all right, that's cool.
What about Snow? Troy Baker.
I love Troy Baker. I think he is a fantastic voice actor.
I remember him.
Oh my god, that's awful.
What was the talk? What were we talking about?
Final
Fantasy Crystals. Yeah. I wasn't really into the game. I actually have said that I don't like it, but I think I just don't like it because the way you had to play it was like on the GameCube with a Game Boy Advance connected to the GameCube to play with 4 people. So you had to have 4 people come over with their own Game Boy Advances with 4 GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cables, and it was like a really, really weird way of playing. I guess that's part of people's nostalgia for it, but I was always like, this is fucking dumb, and I'm not playing this, but my close friends love it.
Weird.
It's weird. It's super weird, but I mean, it makes so much sense that it's coming out on the Nintendo Switch. That's like such a Nintendo Switch-ass Nintendo Switch game.
You know, you're right.
Because it's just like, handheld, let's do it. 4-player co-op, Final Fantasy dungeon crawler is basically what it is. It's not even really like a...
I might give that one a shot. That one sounds interesting.
It's very less Final Fantasy, and
I've been told I'd probably like the City as well, since it's more of a real-time strategy kind of thing.
The City?
Yeah.
The Brawler.
Which one was the real-time strategy one?
That's Tactics.
Oh, so maybe I'm thinking of Tactics. I got told I would probably like Tactics.
Tactics, you can pick it up on the Game Boy Advance, I think both versions of it. There's 1 and 2, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
Tactics came out on PSP as well.
Mm-hmm. And there's like there's different Final Fantasy characters in that sometimes too. Okay, moving on. The people at SNK announced a new Samurai Showdown game coming out in 2019. Samurai Showdown's like a Japanese sword fighting game.
Is it going to be another game where you can just press one button and do everything?
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm not a Samurai Showdown fan. I just know the fans of that were really pumped to get an announcement for that.
Well, I mean, the joke behind that one was that you can play SNK Heroines with just one button.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, people were saying it's very casual.
Yeah.
Super casual, but maybe a lot of fun. Like more like a party game than a fighting game.
Probably. Yeah. And I mean, it's nothing but like cute busty girls and varying skimpy outfits, so we'll see.
Yeah.
They tried talking about it on the TV at GameStop, so if you're curious, you can go in and watch that. It was a little horrific.
Yeah. So that's just some stuff that they showed at the PlayStation Tokyo Game Show, like pre-thing. They showed off stuff for like Sekiro, which gameplay for that looks phenomenal. I'm really pumped for that, and to know that it originally was going to be a Tenchu game is even cooler. Ghost of Tsushima got some time. They showed off old trailers of games like Hideo Kojima's game Death Stranding. They had a huge VR segment, which is really cool. I can't remember a lot of the stuff they showed off, but also Kingdom Hearts is getting a VR experience. They showed like you having like a keyblade and swinging stuff around. There's a cool Ace Combat VR game.
Yeah, that one's supposed to be coming out
people really
soon.
That's been in development for a while.
Long time.
Like, yeah, but
I think it was just designed to be like another base game, and then now they're like, well, VR's on the upswing, so let's just add this mode in since it's taking so long in development now.
Yeah. If you want to like catch the presentation, you can go to like PlayStation Japan's YouTube page. They have the whole thing uploaded there already to watch. So Yeah, there was also this really cool the people that make the Yakuza games. They're making like a new sort of like you're like a detective or something, like, and it's in the type of graphic style of Yakuza, and you're going around like solving crimes and stuff. It's called like Judge something.
That actually sounds really good.
It looked really cool, cinematic, super cinematic-y, but it looked really cool. Check that out too.
I was gonna say, speaking of like detective-y type games, did you hear about what happened with 428 Shibuya Scramble? Sold out everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. So do you remember like playing all those PC games when you were a kid? And it not only was it like graphics, but it was also live action people talking to you in the background. So
Yeah.
That's what Shibuya Scramble is.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it's so popular that no one in the area has it. Like no one in a 100-mile radius has it, which is ridiculous.
So yeah, and that went off. Okay. Cut that out. All right. So, number 3. Well, this is like, we've been talking more about more stuff, but a special edition Nintendo Switch was revealed. It's a Pokemon one, which has a light brown and yellow Joy-Con, while also sporting Pikachu and Eevee on the dock, as well as little silhouettes of them on the back of the console.
I thought that was so cute.
Oh, I saw it and I was like, need!
Is it coming with a copy of Let's Go Pokemon?
I don't know, I saw, the box art that I saw had like them on it.
Yeah.
It's like the logos for the game on it. I would assume.
I'm about to look this up.
Yeah, go ahead, look up that bundle. See if it's like a game bundle or if it's just like a $300 console thing. No, I think it's $400. I think it's a $400 bundle. You know what it is?
I was gonna say.
I think it comes with the ball and the game and the console. If it's a $400 bundle.
Let's see. Nintendo has a new Pokemon game headed over to Nintendo Switch this November. 2 forms, Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, remasters of Pokemon Yellow. Releasing the Pokemon theme version above. It's $400, which comes with the Nintendo Switch console, download code for the game.
Yep.
And a Pokeball
peripheral
Plus accessory. It doesn't tell you which one though, so
Which one?
It doesn't tell you which one.
There's 2, I think. I think you can get Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee.
Oh, the code might be take you to a separate thing where you can choose which one you want.
Oh, okay. What I saw 2 different boxes. I saw one with Eevee on the front of the Switch box and one with Pikachu. But it might be that.
Yeah, it's not really saying. It just comes with a download code for the game.
Okay.
So maybe it'll be 2 separate ones and you can choose which one you want. Yeah, because right now I'm just looking at Business Insider, so.
Okay.
It's super adorable though.
I love it. Okay, so when I had like, I don't know about you, but when they had like a bunch of old like DS special editions, man, I was always trying to get like, I already have a 3DS, right? But I want this one. You know what I'm saying? I've had like a special blue one. I had like a Dialga Palkia DS at one point. I had that 3DS XL, which was just Pikachu's face on the front, like a yellow one.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I actually sold that one to my sister-in-law because I had gotten a different one, another bundle. I'm always trying to like upgrade different bundles, and I'm like, I will not fall for this. I want it. I'm like, maybe I could sell my Switch to someone for like $200 and then just shell out $200 for the new one. I'm like, I don't wanna. I
was gonna say you could go to GameStop, but they just dropped their trade-in price on the Nintendo Switch by $10.
So.
No, it looks really good, and I'm the same way. But at the same point, I'm just like, I want to get the 2DS XL with the Hyrule Shield, but I'm also like,
right.
I've already got my 3DS with Xerneas and
DS.
Yveltal.
Like, let's be real. What are you gonna play on the DS coming out?
Pretty much nothing.
It's in my opinion, it's a dead console, regardless if they're supporting it or not.
I mean, the last one that I saw that might look kind of decent was Sushi Striker, but that was about it.
That's on the Switch too.
You're right, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Then people were upset when they announced like a Luigi Mansion. Was it a remaster?
Yeah, but it's digital only.
On the 3DS, not on the Switch, but...
Yeah,
I think what we're gonna get for the 3DS is just like these kind of cookie cutter shelfware type games, you know what I mean?
Shovelware.
Yeah, shovelware is what I was trying to say. I think that's all we're gonna get on the 3DS right now. You're not gonna see any more like major first party releases. I think the last one was gonna be that Metroid game that came out, which was good. I played that, it was fun. It was like the last big one. But yeah, Pokemon's off of it, so
I was gonna say that's a big thing though.
Fucking window with
like
that.
as soon as they announced that Pokemon's coming out for new system, the previous system's pretty much dead.
Yeah. So 3DS was a good handheld.
It really was though.
I loved it.
It was a very, very good installment for the Nintendo family.
I remember when it was announced, I was freaking out. I was like, day one reserve, let's go. I've had every version of the 3DS except for the original 2DS, which was like the doorstop.
Yeah.
I didn't have.
I mean,
that one.
honestly though, it wasn't bad.
No,
and...
I mean, I had. I went and got the 2DS XL, which was the one you can fold, which I liked.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So that's it really for the news. I have two kind of topics I want to discuss real quick. The first one, I just kind of want to talk about my experience with the betas for Battlefield 5 and the Call of Duty Blackout beta. And you haven't played this, so I'll just kind of
go. This is all you. Go for it.
So Battlefield 5, it's fun. I have a few concerns with the game. The progression system is a little bit weird to me, how it's like a skill tree, and I know a lot of people have talked about that. There's not really like any gun attachments, and I'm not feeling it like that. I know that people haven't complained about like there not being any active spotting in the game, but I liked it in Battlefield 3 when like what's wrong with just like I know it's like oh you're just using the HUD to fight, but it's just visual being able to see. I don't know. I didn't like that either. The maps were okay. The gunfights was fun. I don't know. I think they got a little bit more to work on. Maybe I thought about making a separate video just for Battlefield. But yeah, I tried the Blackout beta for Black Ops 4 today. And that's a lot of fun. I was actually really surprised by how well it just worked. It just works. Like, feels like Call of Duty stuff. But it's a huge map, and you're dropping down, and it's 80 people on the map.
Oh my god.
Survival fucking vehicles. It's nuts. It's really fun. The fact that their Battle Royale, COD's Battle Royale will have 80 players, and Battlefield 5's will only have 64. Really weird.
I was gonna say, 64 is typically like the max that I've ever seen on any sort of multiplayer map. So to have them come out with 80 is ridiculous.
Like a AAA title, you know.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite of course has been doing 100, same with PUBG and everything like that, but
oh really, I thought their cap was about 64 too, but admittedly I don't play those, so I
don't know about PUBG. I know that Fortnite always been 100.
Well, my problem with all this stuff is like it's cool, but I don't want to be on the ground floor for just, you know, getting harassed. Because I have a bunch of friends who play and they're like, they get harassed all the time, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go back to that. The last time I got harassed was when I was playing Halo 3. And it was always stuff like, oh, you're a girl, get back in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. And
yeah,
it's just like...
that's definitely in Fortnite. That I play a lot of Fortnite, but...
It's just a bunch of little kids screaming, trying to string together swear words because they think they're cool.
What's great about stuff like that is there's a wonderful thing called a mute button that I always have on. So I never actually communicate with people. I just play with my friends, and that's it.
I think the last time I ever spoke with someone who was like a little kid just like screaming, and I just was like, have your testicles even dropped yet? You shouldn't be swearing.
Although it's kind of sad because I do miss like back playing Halo 3 when it was always mics on, and it was just like
you just hear random things in the background.
It's just I don't know. That's like a really fun part of like gaming, which is also plagued by just, you know, a bunch of 12-year-olds.
I feel kind of bad because like when I'm not streaming Destiny, it's you can probably hear any audio coming out of my camera.
Oh yeah.
Since I have the PlayStation camera, I use to stream.
No, that's on.
So people are probably just like sitting there in the lobbies, like or in the tower, just like listening to me to play like Love Live, and just me singing along, just.
So wait, when you're in the tower, can people just hear you that are in the same?
You know, I'm not entirely sure.
I always wondered that.
They shouldn't be able to, but since I'm only on this end and I don't really talk with a lot of people, and when I do, I always put the headphones in and we just sit in a party, a private party outside of the game. Yeah.
Well, speaking of talking about that stuff, we're going to move on to our main topic, and I'll let you take it away since I talked about shooters for a little bit, military shooters. We're going to talk about our impressions of Spider-Man and Destiny 2 Forsaken. I'll let you kick off with what you think so far of the Forsaken expansion. Tell me what's up.
I think it's great. I really do think it's great.
Okay.
that kicker, though, as you go through the first mission. So, like, everyone knows that Cade dies. It was, like, flat out in the trailers, like, from the get-go.
That's not really spoiler stuff, so if you guys are worried about spoilers, I don't think we'll be spoiling anything, really.
I haven't gotten that far into the gameplay, admittedly. I've been doing a lot of bounties and just trying to level.
But all the ads show, like, Cade dying and everything, so it's, like,
Aldrin
not
Saab
really...
comes up and...
Like, the whole point
he's got
of
the gun. It's like, how's your sister?
Yeah, the story is basically... It's just a revenge story, like, and you're supposed to know that. But anyway, continue.
What they don't... And, you know, they'll show you, like, Aldrin, like, going up and getting ready to deliver the final blow, which is fine, and then they show everything with Ikora and Zavala, like, talking about Cade while he's lying in state in the tower, and your character's just like... Aldrin Saab is mine! Just real dramatic, which they pulled directly from those cutscenes for the trailers. What they don't show you is the in-between. Mm-hmm. So, they don't show you what Cade tells you. Mm-hmm. And it's awful.
Really?
Well, I mean...
Well, I wouldn't... You don't need to tell me exactly, but... I just kind of want to see what you're feeling, you know, about the game.
God, okay. So, you said that you watched my live stream during that, right?
Yeah, she was streaming it.
I cried. I cried. And of course, my camera's really crappy, so you probably really couldn't see me because it was like a tiny little square. But if you go back and you watch it, because the clip's still up on my Twitch feed, which is That Nerd Emmy, and
plug.
So you can
twitch.tv/thatnerdemmy.
You can go watch it. It's I'm just like sitting there and I'm just like, oh my god, like just tears streaming down my face, and you can't see it, but you just hear. I was like, oh my god, Cade's dead. Why? And then you can, like, after the cutscenes are over, you just, like, see me pull off my headphones. And I'm just, like, wiping my face, like, really badly. And I'm just like, I'm not prepared for this. This is hard. I wasn't ready. It was bad. Oh my god. But it's great.
Okay.
I don't like how, they changed the infusion process yet again.
Yeah.
So now if I want to level anything up for Forsaken, I need to have Masterwork cores.
Yeah. And
I need to have all these things. I can understand, like, farming for, like, different things on different planets, like phase glass needles and microlens data. But having the Masterwork cores just makes it that much harder. And, I mean, you can go buy those from Spider, which is nice, but he changes the price daily, and... you just never know what's going to happen, because sometimes you'll get it and it's a set price all day. And then if you go in the next day, you buy one and then the price instantly rises to like double what it was. And then you buy it again and it'll rise by another price. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's weird. So
it's an interesting way to keep everything kind of fresh.
Okay.
I like some of the lost sectors that they have in Tangled Shore. So right in the immediate area where Spider is, you can go find one, and they have the Destiny jukebox from the first game.
Oh, cool.
So like you walk in and they have like a little guy right there, and he's just like kind of like hitting some buttons, and then there's some fallen fighting amongst each other, and a servitor just like almost acting like a disco ball, and is protecting a couple of other things as they just kind of like either stand or roam around, or they're just like sitting and crouching. So you can go in and just like, yeah, they've got that god-awful Paul McCartney song playing because that was in the jukebox.
Really?
I did not like that song. I'm sorry.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, no, Paul McCartney wrote a song for the original Destiny.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like, look to the future, look to the skies, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, don't get me wrong, it'd be very touching, but it was a soft rock ballad, and I felt like if they wanted to make a better impact, they would have done closer to what they did with Halo.
Oh, yeah.
With Steve Vai and Nile Rodgers, which, did you watch that video?
I did. That was
Wasn't
so cool.
Wasn't it great?
Like,
let's just jam.
He nails it, he just gets the fucking sound right off the bat. And I was like, this is the fucking Halo 2 thing, like...
And it just, like, they just, like, behind-the-scenes footage of them, like, just jamming in the studio, and I was just like, wow. That was a really cool video. Just talented people coming together and getting to watch that process is amazing.
Yeah. Man,
that was great. So I feel like if they wanted to do that, they would have gotten someone a little better. But I guess, like, whatever. It's like, we're partnering with Activision. We can get some big-name people working on this now, other than, you know, what we already know, like, with the cool producers. I don't know. I didn't like it, but you have all the other things. So they have the different themes that they did in different styles. So did you ever go back and, like, in the first Destiny and, like, hit the jukebox?
I didn't play much of the first Destiny.
Okay, so they had like a banjo style version of the theme, which was interesting.
That's cool.
And then they had like a soft lounge one, and then there was like a Latin spicy one and a techno one, and there's just a whole bunch of different musical genres that they turned the theme into.
Yeah.
And you could cycle through on the jukebox as well as like different parts of the Paul McCartney song.
Oh, cool.
So you can go into this area. Granted, you have to be a level 480 on your light. So I can't go in there yet because I'm just too under leveled. Which is bad.
Gotta get grinding.
That's what I've been doing. That's why I haven't progressed further in the story. Like, I've done, like, one other mission. I've completely upgraded my shadow, or my void ability.
Yep.
Which is fun. I really like having the knives, and I can just go run around, just like, pew, 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 which is great. I'm gonna have to eventually do my solar and my arc, which arc I'm fine with. Solar, not so much.
It's just been pretty good.
Yes, yes. I'm really enjoying it for what it's worth. Yes,
missions are fun.
Yeah,
that's good.
And like once you get past that initial like gut wrenching scene, like you're just
it seems like a better story than the first two expansions.
A little bit, and it's the only reason why that is because it gets you on that emotional angle. It makes you invested in it, which is why I'm just like, I need to level up like now so I don't have to like go through this entire campaign under leveled. But it's got that emotional hook. So now that I'm like done and like I've cried over Cade, now I'm just angry. Now I just want to go kill Uldren Sov because he's a freaking traitorous bastard.
Probably gonna be doing that later, huh?
Yeah, and the other thing is that a character who you thought got killed off in the previous game kinda is back. It's very strange, and I don't really know how to... I don't know what to think. Because I could see them taking this in a couple of different ways, and I don't really want to get into it because it is a major spoiler.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting. Like, it could be delusions. It could be ghosts of things past. It could be, it could actually be real. I don't know. It's just, it's very good. It's very compelling. I like that the emotional hook actually has me. Because Osiris and Warmind were good in their respective things because it was giving me more backstory, and I can never have enough backstory when it comes to anything that Bungie does. Yeah. Which is why I've gotten so big into like the Halo books. Yeah,
there's a new one that just came out.
Yes, it's more on Master Chief.
Yep.
It's actually like $20 hardback, which I'm really surprised that normally hardback books go for a little bit more. The last Halo book that I saw hardback was like $35.
Yeah.
And it's like $20, and I'm like, I might have to.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to do that yesterday, but certain things prevented me from doing that, which is fine.
Gotcha.
Gotta make that money.
Yeah. Working. But yeah, good stuff.
Yes, very good stuff. If you haven't picked up Destiny, it's free on PlayStation Plus right now.
Boom.
Sorry, Xbox people. We're kind of left out in the dark. I'm also playing this on PlayStation 4, so...
If you're playing on Xbox, you're doing it wrong. Wrong!
Well, technically, yeah. Destiny was originally slated to be a PlayStation exclusive. Activision kind of forced them to play nice with Microsoft. Bungie didn't want to have anything to do with Microsoft after that huge falling out from Halo.
Money! Okay. Yes, you can pick up also the first two expansions for like $20.
And then you can get this new one for $40.
$40 for
and then the annual pass, as they're calling it now, because it's no longer a season pass.
That's kind of interesting because it's still technically a $60 game. Get the base version for free, $20 for the two previous expansions, and then $40 for the new one. So that's $60 right there.
Well, the annual pass is $35, so you're looking at a little bit more than that.
Yeah, if you feel like... I don't ever usually get annual passes. I just wait till the content comes out.
See, I always get the annual pass, especially when it comes to Bungie, just because I'm all about it. Okay. So there are certain games I'll do it for, Destiny being one of them, Assassin's Creed being another.
Respect.
I'll throw money right now. That's why I always get everything bundled, because it's just cheaper long run. So I bought Destiny, the GameStop exclusive one with the statue, which she probably saw because that statue is gorgeous. So it came with the base game, Warmind and Osiris, and then it came with Forsaken, as well as the annual pass for that as well, if I am correct. I think I am correct, because it was one big lump sum download for myself. But it was $100, and I'd rather buy everything all in one go, rather than have to spend more money later on. It makes more sense to me. I'm also stupidly frugal and cheap.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's why, like, if there's like a big sale going on somewhere, I'm just gonna go here. It's like it's off season, but I really don't care because it's cute.
I'm literally always checking the PSN flash sales. I'm just like, what's really cheap? And they have a lot of good deals all the time.
They really do, though.
Dark Souls has been on sale, all of them, for, like, so many different times. They had like the Bandai Namco sales, which are really awesome.
Oh yeah, because Bandai Namco typically does a lot of the anime games. So like every February, it's like we love Anime Month.
Yeah,
which I think is really funny considering Katsu's in February. Too.
I got Battlefield 1 for $10 with all the expansions.
That's not bad. That's really good.
That was a good deal. Oh, actually, I got Destiny. I got Destiny 2 with the expansions for $10. The whole thing, the two first, because it was on sale like maybe 2 weeks before that it went free. Mm-hmm. So it was the game plus the 2 expansions, which is a better deal than what you can get right now.
I was gonna say Persona 5 dropped really cheap.
Yeah, there is a Persona 5 too. Look for deals, people. Don't waste money.
It's like, save that money wherever you can, even if it means that, like, you got to be patient and wait like another week or 2.
Yeah. Okay, so that was impressions for Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Go buy it. It's fantastic.
Play it.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Emmy likes it. So I am going to talk about Spider-Man 2 because I'm the only one out of us that's played it extensively. You will be. I'll let you borrow my copy if you need to.
Thank you. Although, like, when you let me like swing around like earlier, that was.
Oh man.
No. This is
so what I will say, right? Right now I'm thinking like, man, this is definitely Game of the Year material. So God of War for me was like this amazing masterpiece of a game. It was like art. It was like, oh man, this is like on a really creative, thought-provoking game, and just fun. Spider-Man for me is like just fun. It's just like this super rad, like it's exactly kind of what you want it to be. Like, you ever think of like the old PS2 Spider-Man game, like Spider-Man 2? It was like it's nostalgic. Like, okay, swinging feels fucking amazing. Like, I just let you try it out. That
it was really, really, really good.
Super fluid. Like, once you like know exactly how to do it, getting around the city is just a ton of fun. I've barely even gotten hardly into this story because
too busy web slinging.
Like web slinging, but like whenever like anything unlocks on the map. By the way, no spoilers, of course. Whenever anything unlocks on the map, there's like 30 of these things that you have to go and find. I just go and do it right away because I just want to do that, and then I go do the story missions, and then something else unlocks, and then I do that again.
I mean, that's fair. I do that with Assassin's Creed.
It's just like, man, it's a blast. Like you'll be looking at that tall building, you'll be like, I'm gonna go on top of that just because. And there's a really fucking sweet photo mode. People are like sharing their selfies. You can take selfies. I was gonna
say, I'm seeing that a lot.
You can take selfies with Spider-Man. He can like make peace signs and like
his little.
Oh
website.
Man! And
I don't know if you've done this yet. In one of the gaming forums that I'm on Facebook, this guy took a picture of Spider-Man behind a grave, or like in front of a grave, so it's a selfie and it says Ben Parker.
Oh no!
And I was like, I hate you.
No, the place that you play, the city, man, it's just full of references. And like at one point I saw the Avengers Tower and I was like, that's fucking rad. Like, there's so many Easter eggs just flying around. It's like a comic book fan's like dream environment. Combat is like, it's good because they give you a bunch of different options. You don't necessarily have to use all those options. Sometimes I got fucking wrecked in the beginning of the game in combat. Like, I kept like dying to like these brutes where you can't just like hit them because they'll just punch the shit out of you. They have like super armor basically.
Oh really?
So you have to like web them up before you hit them, and I was just but I got used to it. And then like you unlock combos as you level up. As you level up, you unlock like new abilities. Like one ability in a tree. There's like 3 different trees. And like one's like a defensive tree, and one's like an offensive tree, and one is like a traversal tree.
Well, you got your codes, so you had 5 free skill points from the beginning.
I used that. I've actually been using nothing but the Iron Spider costume since I got it because it's super OP. It's like,
I like the Punk Spidey costume.
Yeah, that one's cool. So each costume, by the way, there's I believe 24 or 26 costumes that you can get in the game, and each one comes with a special ability. So when you press L3 and R3 at the same time, that ability unlocks. And with the Iron Spider, he has like all his
like the mechanical spider legs.
Spider legs that come out, and they just like when you're doing melee attacks, they do crazy AOE damage around you, like a lot of area damage, and they're just hit fucking hard. So that's my like, oh shit, I'm getting fucked up by a mob here. Bust out my arms and I just wreck. Yeah. So that's that. And what's cool is that you're not limited to the costume for like your ability. So if you want to use a different costume but keep the Iron Spider legs, you can do that. You can mix the abilities, which is really cool. So like there's a Noir Spider-Man costume.
I saw that one.
And that one lets you do like stealth stuff easy. So you can just have the stealth ability on another costume if you want. It's really cool. You get more costumes as you level up and complete certain tasks in the game. It has like costumes from the movies that recently came out. It's got like his shitty homemade costume that you can wear. It doesn't have a power, but it's just kind of funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I haven't unlocked all of them yet, but there's like backpacks that you can pick up, and it has like little stories, like when you pick it up, like, oh, this is the menu from me and MJ's first date together that he just kind of has like webbed up to a wall somewhere in the city. And it's like little backstory and stuff like that. It's super cool.
That's really cute though.
Yeah, there's like so many things like that. It's just fun. It's just so fun. I would say 100% get this game if you like or were interested in Spider-Man and just in fun games. So that's my first impressions, and I know I'm kind of geeking out about it, but I want to get back to it right away because I'm just like, and the characters are really well written. Peter, man, he's a good Peter Parker and he's a good Spider-Man, like both. What's the voice actor's name again?
Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh my god, dude, he's perfect. He's so good for this Spider-Man.
There was an interview with him where they wanted him to have like a different voice for Peter and a different voice for Spider-Man, and like as he went through, and he's like, "There's no way." Oh. So like he kind of blended the two voices together, so it was just like all at the same time. Another cool thing about this game that you might have seen an article about, this game is like really has like fine details in it. So when you're swinging in the city and like Peter's talking or Spider-Man's talking to like someone on his like intercom that he's got like in his suit, basically like a cell phone type thing, he will actually exert force like in his voice when he's swinging. And when you land, he doesn't have that. Like he's just talking normally. And it could be like the same voice line. So basically they recorded two separate voice takes for when he's swinging and when he's just standing still or just walking around. So he'll be like, "Hey Aunt May, what's going on?" And he'll sound like that. Or if he's talking on the ground, he'll be like, "Oh hey Aunt May, what's going on?" Like, it's so like good. Like it's so refined. Like wow, that's really well done. I mean, that's one of the perks of Insomniac Gaming, though. Like
they're killing it, man.
And that's the one thing that I noticed. Like when I was just swinging around, it feels like an Insomniac game. So like for me, the last Insomniac game I played was Sunset Overdrive, which again, go buy it. It's great. I'm just going to continue to plug that game no matter what I do. Yeah, everyone needs to play it. But the fluidity of it, reminded me so much of Sunset because I could just go like that and just go off and go sliding around. It's just so fluid. And that's the one good thing that I always love about Insomniac Games is that they take pride in what they do. So everything that they do always has this care and precision.
I want you to just kind of dive into it because you'll. Oh man,
if I did that, I would be gone.
I'm losing it. I love this game. Like it's like when the Game Awards come around, it's gonna be so hard.
I was gonna say it's definitely a gaudy contender.
God of War like hits me on like an emotional like damn. This
I think that's why God of War will ultimately win.
I think so too. Like that.
Although I've heard the ending of this game because I've already there's people who have already beaten it. They said that it's a roller coaster.
Okay, so
we'll see.
Oh man, I can't wait. After this podcast, man, I'm going back in.
I was gonna say, have you gotten to play as MJ yet?
Yes.
There's one. Apparently, you can take selfies with bad guys as MJ.
I haven't gotten to I haven't gotten to a point where there's bad guys and MJ, but there's like sequences in the games where you have to play as MJ and you take like photos of stuff. Because she's like a reporter doing her thing and everything. By the way, if you guys didn't also know, this game actually takes place 8 years after Spider-Man's been Spider-Man, so he's a veteran at being Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, he's a pro.
So when you're playing, you're like discovering like things like, oh, remember the time where I fought this person, and he like the world is well established. Man, all right, yeah, Spider-Man's. I'm super happy with it.
Yeah, and I know that you and I talked about this before the podcast started, but I'll go ahead and say it here. There's an interview out there where the Marvel gaming person, like the head guy for Marvel Gaming, was talking about how easy it was to work with Insomniac. They're just really good, and they're really easy and down to work with, and like just down to earth in general. And it was the best experience they ever had with a gaming studio.
Man, someone was asking me like if they were to do like another Marvel game, like what game would you really want? I'm like, dude, an Iron Man game would be fucking sweet. I would love an Iron Man game.
They've got two already.
Yeah, but like, you know, like on
you
this
want
scale.
You want something that's more like not just like based off the movies. You want something that's in an established world.
Like I was saying, this universe right here that this Spider-Man is, I want it to be its own like gaming.
I mean, shoot, let's just start a petition and have Insomniac do all the Marvel gaming.
Like, it would be tight if,
worlds.
like, at the end of Spider-Man, like, fucking Tony Stark is like, "What's up, Spidey?" or some shit. Like,
oh my god!
Or like, dude, so there's like a bunch of DLC planned for this game, right? And I'm just like, give me Avengers shit. Avengers Tower is there. You can find fucking Doctor Strange's
cathedral. The first one that's coming out is Black Cat.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Actually, there's missions right now that I'm doing that involve Black Cat, but
the DLC is like all about her.
Yeah. So, ooh. I love it. God damn.
Just so happy and excited.
It's so fun. Just thinking about it right now. I'm gonna like play it this evening more before my friend gets off, and then we're gonna play the COD beta some more. But it's like when my friends are like, "Hey man, you getting on to play like Fortnite or COD?" and I'm just sitting there playing Spider. I'm like,
no.
I mean, I guess I could take a break, like, but I don't wanna. But I want to get
I'm playing Spider-Man. Go away.
I also want to get my dailies done so I can get my points. Season 5, season 6 or something is starting in Fortnite next week. So that's a thing. I still play Fortnite. Yeah, it's already time for the new season. So,
are there seasons every 3 months or something? Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, every 3 months there's a season, and it costs $10. But you get a lot of shit because you.
I mean, that's how they get you. They're like, "Oh, here, play this free game. Buy our shit."
You see everything that you can unlock with the season pass. So if you're just like, "I'm not feeling the season pass," and what's cool, if you don't buy the season pass right away, you're still getting that progression as you play, and then when you unlock it, all that shit that you're progressed up to just unlocks all at once, and then you can keep progressing after that. So you're still in the background unlocking things. It's just not available until you get the season.
Well, that's nice, I suppose.
Yeah, so it's like you're not wasting your time by not getting the season pass. If you want to get it like halfway through the season, you'll unlock all that stuff that you've been playing. So anyway, that's Fortnite. But what you're talking about, Spider-Man. I play Fortnite. Oh. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have to say about Spider-Man. Clearly, I think that yes, check this game out. Yes, fucking talk about it, man. It's just can't wait to sing more time.
I was gonna say,
and I can't wait for you to play it.
That's all my Facebook's been for like the past couple of days, and I'm just over here like.
All my friends, you got my timeline of people just taking Spider-Man selfies in the game, and the photo mode is really cool. I took a cool picture.
I was gonna say, I like that games are introducing photo mode though, because
neat.
They did it for Assassin's Creed Origins
thing, man. I like all these games like God of War introduced like a cool photo mode. Spider-Man's got it.
I was gonna say Origins had it, and
Horizon.
I took some amazing photos in Origins. So, like I literally have like this one of Bayek, and he's got Senu right there, and the moon's like shining down.
And they add all these cool like camera filters and stuff to it, like an actual photography shit. Like it's dope. Horizon Zero Dawn, man. Also, so one thing I'm like really thinking about whenever I start these new games, I'm just like, I bet this would look fucking sick on a 4K TV right now, like a big, like 60-inch fucking 4K, and I'm just like,
well, that's right, because this isn't.
No, I have to play that on that TV right there. I have to play like on game mode because it has like input lag when it's played on its normal setting. So I have to like change the settings and then to run with it. But
I was gonna say you should come over and see my 4K TV.
Oh, you have 4K?
Yeah,
I'm coming over.
I was gonna say my dad forgot my birthday last year.
Do you have a Pro though?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You can play on you can play the HDR, but you can't.
I was gonna say I got my Scorpio edition for Xbox One X though, so that's really good.
Yeah, I really
controllers like branded by it. But yeah, no, it's nice. My dad forgot my birthday last year, long story short, and he felt bad about it. And I was just like, that's fine, just help me go halfsies on a TV. And he comes home with this TV with all the specs that I needed, and I was just like, how much was this? And he goes, don't worry about it. Merry Christmas. And I was like, ah. But I also learned he brought his best friend along, and that dude can, sell water to a fish.
True.
So
if there's like any time in my life where I can just afford a good 4K TV, because if you get too small of a 4K,
they're going cheap now.
Yeah, but you got to get a good size, because if it's too small, then at one point you don't really notice the 4K. It might say it's a 4K TV and it'll look nice, but you won't get the full experience if it's not like under like at least 50 something inches.
Well, I guess that's true, because I mean your Switch is HD, but
and then
when
you gotta
drop
also make
the tablet it's 720, but you can't really tell because it's so small.
And you gotta also make sure that it runs well with PlayStation, because there's a lot of TVs out there. Like, again, this TV I got to play games on, but I didn't know that it had like a I guess there's like a latency issue, so it doesn't run well with games. I probably would have got a different TV, but too late for that.
Yeah, no, like you can get 4K TVs at Walmart now, and like I'm talking like big, like 50-inch ones for like $450.
But at the same time, it's like we've already discussed, I think, in an earlier episode, maybe the first one, because this is only episode 3, about like this console generation is on its way out. It might not be like next year, but it might be like 2020, and it's like, is it worth it to get a Pro? Right now, because
I feel like if anything, you should probably wait for the Kingdom Hearts one, because supposedly it is going to be a worldwide launch. It's not just going to be a Japan exclusive.
Okay.
So if you're going to invest in anything, invest in the 4K or the Pro for Kingdom Hearts.
I'm always the type that when a new console generation comes out, I
get it on the ground floor.
I do that, but I also tend to trade in my old one for the new one. I don't have a PS3, even though there's PS3 games I want to play. Again, like I want to go back to the Metal Gear series. I'm just like, please put the Metal Gear series on PS4 so I can play those games, because I want to play through 3 and 4.
Didn't they talk about that recently?
I don't know. There was a fan animation that someone made recently.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Where they did it the first one in Unreal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking.
That
was a fan animation. But yeah, I want to play. I've only played 1, 2. Ooh, excuse me. Of Metal Gear, and I really want to play through 3, even though I played the first opening of it and I was not feeling it. But heard 4 is good. I have 5 on PS4 because it was like a free monthly game. And
I remember that.
I'm gonna download that, so I have 5 waiting to be played also. So that's a series I want to hop into. But
wait, which one on 5? Ground Zero or Phantom Pain?
Phantom Pain.
Okay, because it was split into 2.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I guess technically they have them both as a collection. You can play them together, but like, I don't think you need to play the first one. What was it? You just said
Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, yeah. I don't think you need to play Ground Zeroes to experience Phantom Pain. So yeah. Anyway, got a little off topic, but that's the fun of it. That's all we had for this week. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
Are you gonna pick up Slime Rancher?
So I thought about it. I don't know why.
It's so cute. I need to get it. I need to.
Oh, okay. Is it out yet?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I didn't pull together a list of what's out this week, like I want to start doing. But obviously, Spider-Man's out, and that's the only thing that matters. So no.
Well, Tomb Raider's launching this week.
Tomb Raider, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Tomb Raider's launching this Friday.
Yep.
There's a couple of like minor games coming out in between then too, but the big one that everyone's really stoked on is Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, that's a series I want to get into. I haven't played any of them.
I don't know. Like I've just never been able to jump into a Tomb Raider game.
I like Uncharted, so I like those types of games.
Then yeah, you would probably like that, because a lot of people are just like, Uncharted's a male Lara Croft and vice versa. I mean, it's 6 to 1, half dozen to the other.
I saw the movie recently.
Oh, with what's her name?
Shit. Fuck.
Vikander.
Is that her?
Yeah, Vikander.
Okay.
I forget her first name, but I know her last name.
I can try and look it up. Mechanical keyboard is mechanical.
Raider.
Yeah, it's fine.
Raider.
What's your name? What is the name? Join us as we look up Alicia Vikander.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool movie. It was cool. It was whatever. It wasn't a bad video game movie.
I was gonna say I actually saw Happy Time Murders recently.
Oh no. Wait, that the one with the puppets?
Yes.
Did you like it?
It was really... So do you remember your first time watching Team America World Police?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Really?
Yes.
I looked at it and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this movie.
It's that... So I went and saw it because one of my friends from high school came back. He was stationed in Okinawa for a little while because military. And he came back. And he was like, I want to go catch a movie. I haven't been to the movie in a long time. And he's like, you want to go with me? And I'm like, sure, that's fine. We'll go. And we picked Happy Time Murders. And it was just... Just recall your first time watching Team America, and that's basically what this movie is. Like, it's a lot of shock value.
Yep.
So there were times when, like, I just didn't know whether I should laugh or if I should just, like, stare, like, going, oh my God. Oh my God. Because it's just... It's trying to be like that film noir kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, you've got the puppet, the main puppet, and he's like a detective, and like they have this whole backstory that you don't really find out, and it's just, oh my God. Like, one of the very first things that happens is he goes into like a sex shop, and dude's like, oh yeah, I need to start doing extra things on the side to make more money, and then like he opens up the curtain and there's like a cow being milked. And he's like, I don't want to watch an 8-armed tentacle reach around. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Maybe I'll see it. I don't know. Well, anyway.
Wait till it goes to Cinema Cafe. Do it on like a $5 thing.
All right.
Because it was good, but yeah. It's definitely one of those ones that you watch while you're drunk.
All right. So that's the end of our show this week. Pretty good show, I thought. Talked about a bunch of cool things. Join us next week when, not too sure. I'm off on Sundays and Mondays now, so it might have to change to a Monday show. As long as you're available.
That's fine. What with the new schedule rolling through, I can make sure that I'm off Mondays.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So hopefully we will see you on Monday, which is the 17th.
Woo!
And we'll see if by that time, maybe Nintendo will have their Direct. Who knows? And we'll talk about some more stuff. Thank you for joining me and Emmy this week. You can find us at the usual locations. This is the twitch.tv/SubasaHD. Twitter is Subasa4K, right? Yeah, I didn't change it.
I was going to say, your Instagram's 4K now.
Yeah, I have Instagram now. I don't post on it, but I have it. It's Subasa4K on Instagram or whatever.
Because I just tag you in all the things that I post for the here.
Cool, sounds good. And Emmy, your plugs are?
thatnerdemmy.wordpress.com. You can find me there. thatnerdemmy on Facebook, and thatnerdemmy for pretty much anything else, because that's my internet handle. Cool.
You can find also me at hentaihaven.now.
Oh my God.
All right, people, that's the end of the show this week. Bye-bye.
In the background, just, you go.
Bye. Okay. Bye-bye.